That's, the important thing to remember is that, when Ayana said it's like you're not Indigenous enough, or she's lying about her status, you have to remember that the idea or concept of Indigenous status is a construct of the Canadian government in attempts to control us or oppress us. And that, when I work with my students, and you have to acknowledge that the generational trauma, why we don't want to pursue our culture because we were perceived as it's inferior or not as good enough as European culture, but also that you don't need status to be Indigenous. It's in here in the way you live your life and the way you treat other people with just the mutual respect and love, and the fact that people call other people out about that they have no place to, and it's something we're still struggling with, and because we have to acknowledge that there's hundreds and potentially thousands of people still in this country that are trying to reclaim that was taken from them, and then who is the authority to say you are or you aren't? And I feel like that's something we're still dealing with, and it just goes to show that, and again, throughout all these vignettes and all our stories, it's that we're still dealing with racism. It's not in the past, and you just may not see it because you don't want to see it.
Yes.
And it affects you because, just like Ayana, like I had to bury mine down because I didn't, when I was away and I left my community, I didn't have that protection. I didn't want to be known as the Native football player or the Native student. Like, I'm Brady. There's a difference. Like, I'm a person. I have my own interest, and the culture is for me to be a whole person and to be happy with myself and not for performative or to project to other people.